All right, it is August 29th, 2017, and on this episode of You Are Choosing to Listen to an Imbecile, we are going to be checking out Stumble Upon, because we have Stumbled Upon Tuesday. It's an app that I am new to. It's similar to Pinterest, where you select different interests, and it kind of suggests posts for you, except for this, it is all randomized. There's no search bar like Pinterest. You just swipe through and it shows you different things according to what you've selected. Also, I am using a hands-free Xbox headset, so I don't have to try to hold my phone up to my mouth while I'm running my iPad. That is an unfortunate thing. I don't think I can run both the voice memos and a different app at the same time, so I have to use two different things at once, but whatever works, I suppose. Okay, so I guess I will just get right to it. First thing, current position of ISIS. What the astronauts see right now. This is a scrolling video of land. Oh, of ISS. The International Space Station, not ISIS. Hey, look at that. The very first thing. I already look like an idiot. Okay. That's how stupid I am. I thought we were tracking them and to just slap them in the face. We were putting it out there for the public to see, and I don't know, maybe if any random viewers just wanted to go whack a guy, it would help us out. Okay, well, one down. A quote from Gandhi. Gonna skip that. Yeah, okay, so doing this, I have found it very entertaining by myself. But the thing, like I said, is it is all randomized, so it's hard to tell if this is going to be good or not. We just kind of gotta try it out and see how it goes. And if it sucks, I won't do it again. I'll probably do it again. You know why? Because I'm doing this for me, not for you. But yeah, so far, we're 1-1. Okay, 4 disruptive technologies behind the growth of fintech. Gonna skip that. The ultimate guide to saving money on Airbnb. Gonna skip that. What the hell is it? I've never used it on my iPad, so it keeps trying to give me tutorials and stuff. Okay, this one's just a blank page. Skipping that. The history of rock music. Gonna skip that. We all know it was the Beatles. D-Day landing sites then and now. These are pictures. That's another tough thing, is a lot of this is stupid tutorial. A lot of this is going to be pictures and things like that, which obviously for an audio-based podcast with no video, that wouldn't be very interesting. Well, I've already gone through like 9 and we've only gotten one good one. It's because I didn't understand it. I didn't take the time to read it. National Geographic Traveler Photo Contest. Gotta skip that. Skipping. Another picture of, I'd guess, but I don't know where it is. But nobody can see it, so I'm gonna guess Ireland. And if I'm wrong, you do not know. Keeps giving me tutorials. Quotations. Okay, it's a list of quotations. We'll try this. Buddha. All that we are is a result of what we have thought. Okay. Winston Churchill. You create your own universe as you go along. Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or can't, either way you are right. Okay, this is boring. I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll just edit through some of this because I'm 5 minutes in and the only entertaining thing so far was me being an idiot. Of course, I guess that's the whole point of this thing. Some about some kind of car. I can't even tell what it is. 40 quotes that will empower you to take control of your life. Take back control of your life. That would... That's implying I once had control. Okay. These are dumb. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Well, that's Ralph Waldo Emerson, who is actually a distant relative of mine. And nobody is going to care about that unless you are old enough to know who Ralph Waldo Emerson is. Opportunity does not knock. It presents itself when you beat down the door. Kyle Chandler. How do I get all these stupid uplifting things? Apparently it thinks I need it. It's not wrong. Moving right along. Sorry, I'm reading things in my head. I should try doing it out loud. Okay. Rare flipped iceberg. This is the same... I think my iPad is not working right, because it keeps showing me the same thing even though there's different headlines. Oh, there's an iceberg. It's a picture again, so none of you know what's going on, and more photography things. Okay, I'm actually going to pause this for a second to go grab my iPad charger. It tends to not run so well when it's like 5 years old, and it's been running slow for quite a while, and I'm too stupid to figure out what the problem is. So I'm going to pause this. Probably going to cut a lot of this because so far it's sucked. It's been 6.5 minutes of trying to find something interesting. So I'm going to pause this, grab my charger, I'll be back. Okay, I am back. 4 or 5 life lessons written by a 90-year-old. Number 1, life isn't fair, but it's still good. Number 2, when in doubt, just take the next small step. Number 3, life is too short not to enjoy it. Number 4, your job won't take care of you when you are sick. Your friends and family will. Is that saying that I should call into work whenever my friends tell me? Because they try to tell me that often. Number 5, don't buy stuff you don't need. Hey, there's something I need to listen to. Number 6, you don't have to win every argument. Stay true to yourself. Number 7, cry with someone. It's more healing than crying alone. Number 8, it's okay to get angry with God. He can take it. Number 9, save for things that matter. Number 10, when it comes to chocolate, resistance is futile. What happened there? How was that a life lesson? Sorry, that's probably really loud. Like I said, at least I think I said it. I'm using this Xbox mic next to my face, and so it might be kind of loud. Yeah, we're just going to keep moving on. All right. Make peace. Number 11, make peace with your past so it won't screw up the present. Number 12, it's okay to let your children see you cry. Number 13, don't compare your life to others. You have no idea what their journey is all about. Number 14, if a relationship has to be secret, you shouldn't be in it. I would agree with that. Number 15, everything can change in the blink of an eye, but don't worry, God never blinks. However, things still change really quick, so, So are you saying he's doing those things on purpose? Number 16, take a deep breath. It calms the mind. Number 17, get rid of anything that isn't useful. Clutter weighs you down in many ways. More advice I need to take. Number 18, whatever doesn't kill you really does make you stronger, unless it kills you and then you're dead. Number 19, it's never too late to be happy, but it's all up to you and no one else. Number 20, when it comes to going after what you love in life, don't take no for an answer. Number 21, burn the candles, use the nice sheets, wear the fancy lingerie. This 90-year-old is getting kind of frisky here. What was that? Where am I at? This print's really tiny and I suck at reading anyway. Okay, don't save it for a special occasion. Today is special. Alright, number 22, over-prepare, then go with the flow. Number 23, be eccentric now. Write on it. Don't wait for old age to wear purple. Okay, so Is it bad that when I read Wear the Fancy Lingerie, I thought this might be a woman writing this, but then when I read Don't Be Afraid, Wear Purple, now I know it's a woman writing this. Okay. Number 24. The most important sex organ is the brain. Number 25. No one is in charge of your happiness but you. You already said that. You're just batting around cliches until we can't remember. Well, then listen to me try to talk. Okay. Number 26, frame every so-called disaster with these words. In 5 years, will it still matter? Number 27, always choose life. Number 28, forgive, but don't forget. Number 29, what other people think of you is none of your business. Number 30, time heals almost everything. Give time. Okay, well, that was interesting, but I don't feel like reading. Well, there's only 15 more, but I'm still going to skip it. It tends to be that the lists, that's a YouTube video of the General Lee drifting. Don't care even a little. Who hasn't seen stock footage of that? Yeah, the best things on here seem to be the lists that I can make fun of. However, that wasn't a very good example. We're just going right along. 15 things you didn't, in parentheses, want to know about human psychology. Okay, let's give this a whirl. Oh, this looks like a lot of reading. TLDR, what's next? Come on, you old iPad, come on. Okay, push the button. The pirate cemetery of Madagascar is the world's only pirate graveyard. Okay. Interesting. Come on. High-tech devices that pay you back. Skipping. Cool quotes. Skipping. High-tech devices. Like I said, it runs slow enough sometimes. I don't know if that's the app that sucks, or it's probably just my iPad, honestly. Town with so perfect views. Skipping. 29 delicious slow-motion gifs. Wait, but why? Yeah, if I had video, I'd bite, but I do not. 10 facts about the glory of Rome. Yep, don't care. Learned a lot of crap in art history, which, interestingly enough, really doesn't have a lot to do with art, I found out. Yeah, that was... If you can avoid that class, by all means, do. Let's see what else we got here. Art enthusiasts will love this South of France river cruise. Don't care. 9 tips from secret agents to help you see right through people. Come on, you can do it. 11 museums with free admission days in Los Angeles. That is not what I clicked on. Oh, this is aggravating. Okay, wow, yeah, this thing is not working right at all. Gonna pause for a second and hopefully be right back. Okay, I am back. Kind of. I have a pop-up in the middle of my screen that's just lagging out. Add some wonder to your inbox. No, thank you. Let me just look at the thing I'm trying to look at. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to find out... What is this? I'm gonna have to try to find out a way to record on something else and use my phone. My iPad's just too slow to keep up. Okay. Bloodstains can still be seen in this medieval church where 2 medics saved lives on D-Day. Gross. Why not just why not just clean it? I need 50 cc's of bleach over here immediately, please. That's probably really loud. Yeah, that's gross. Why would... I mean, I understand its history. Why not, like... We have the technology, just scrape it up and use the DNA, find out who it was, and use that as, like, the wow factor. I'm looking at this picture of a pew with bloodstains on it. It's disgusting. I don't know. Maybe it's interesting in person, but reading about it's kind of gross. Alright, just gonna go ahead and move along. Let's see what is next. And it's running so slow. Okay. Okay, 30 amazing facts that sound made up but are actually true, in all caps. I'll bite on that, we'll see. If it would load. I do appreciate anybody who actually listens to this. For one thing, I'm literally just learning, as you can tell, because it kind of sucks and I can't zoom. But yes, thank you for anybody who's listening. I do appreciate it. But like I said, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. So if it sucks, I don't care. All right. 30 facts you didn't know are true or won't believe they're true, but they are, whatever the title said. Number 1, mammoths were alive when the Great Pyramid was being built. Okay. Number 2, Betty White is older than sliced bread. I think I have heard that before. That's not too unbelievable, but I think sliced bread was like in the 20s, wasn't it? Number 3. From the time it was discovered to the time it was stripped of its status as a planet, Pluto hadn't made a full trip around the sun. I'm angry about that, honestly. Pluto should be a planet. Who are they to say otherwise? You know, you're going to name a cartoon dog after it, and then you just strip it of its ranks. If there's one thing I could change about history or history books, or however you want to say it, would be the day that they took Pluto's ranks away. Hashtag I'm with Pluto. Hashtag make Pluto a planet again. What is that? M-P-A-P-A. Hashtag Mpapa. Number 4, the lighter was invented before the match. I have actually read that. You wouldn't think that. You would think the match was first just because it seems more primitive. But if you think about like oil lanterns and things like that, how long those have been around, yeah, that's not so hard to believe. Number 5, Anne Frank and Martin Luther King Jr. were born in the same year. Number 6, France last used a guillotine to execute someone after Star Wars premiered. Whoa. That's pretty heavy, honestly. The guillotine. What a way to go. I'm trying to think of what would be worse. Burnt at the stake? I'd probably choose guillotine over that. Yeah, that wasn't that long ago, was it? Star Wars was like in the 70s or 80s. I've actually never watched a Star Wars movie. Probably the most ridiculous thing I've said today. But it's true, I haven't, and I've been planning to watch all of them like in one go. Like wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and just watch like the 21 hours or whatever that's available. I would need 2 days off in a row to be able to do that. But so I could recover the next day from my Star Wars coma. But yeah, I'm planning to do that and have like live updates on Twitter. Okay. Number 7, Harvard University was founded before calculus existed. Okay. Was it someone at Harvard University that discovered calculus? That created? Yeah, I never took calculus. And that's why I have a phone, to be able to figure everything out for me. I'm one of those Nimrods that just lives life through technology. Of course, throughout my life, since I've never learned it, obviously I've never had to use it. Look at me go. Okay. Number 8. I could be like the spokesman for like 8th graders who don't want to do homework. But anyway, number 8. If you have 23 people in a room, there's a 50% chance that 2 of them have the same birthday. What? That does not make sense to me. Hey, maybe there's the first time I could have used calculus. Okay, going right along. Number 9. It's never said that Humpty Dumpty was an egg in the nursery rhyme. That I have heard that as well. It does not say that. I imagine they just got some kind of Dr. Seuss character to try to write up a picture book to go along with it. And the phrase, da-da-da, he fell down and broke his crown. No, wait a second, that's Jack and Jill. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty wasn't very Humpty, was he? Okay, sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Okay, it had nothing to do with his crown. I was going to say, probably because smashing his head open was kind of morbid, unless you think of him as an egg. I don't know. I guess they had to think of something that is relatable that breaks. Because back then they didn't have smartphone screens. Number 10. The water in Lake Superior could cover all of North and South America in a foot of water. Wow. Been to Lake Superior many times. Moving up there soon. Yeah, it's huge. You can't see across it for sure. I mean, it's really big if you haven't been up there. It pretty much looks like an ocean. But to be able to cover all of North and South America in a foot of water, that's crazy. That's nuts. Number 11, North Korea and Finland both border the same country, Russia. I don't know why that's so mind-boggling. Is it because they're far away? Okay, I guess. Anyway, number 12, when you get a kidney transplant, they usually just leave your original kidneys in your body and put the third kidney in your pelvis. Ew. Isn't that kind of like rolling the dice? Or do they just disconnect it and like leave it in there? Ugh. No, I guess they wouldn't even disconnect it if they're just putting the kidney somewhere else. Ooh. I'm going to go ahead and keep going. That just kind of grosses me out. Number 13, Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. That's impressive. Number 14, the national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. All those skirt-wearing drunks. That I gotta get rid of this cough. That is great, though. Whoever did that is obviously very much like me. Just did not care, but someone's like, "Oh, you gotta participate. Here, how about you choose the national animal?" And the guy's just drunk and doesn't care. How's it? Maybe it's a clever way to like avoid going to war. Like everybody's like, "Oh, they're just a bunch of idiots. Who's gonna try to fight with them? They're never gonna attack us. Were they gonna use their national animal?" Number 15, the Ottoman Empire still existed the last time the Chicago Cubs won the World Series, in parentheses, no longer true. I guess that's a little mind-boggling. Yeah, the Cubs win the World Series. How did you all react to that? I watched that. It was the first baseball game I ever watched. It was with my dad, and we stayed up till about 3 o'clock in the morning at a friend's house in Knox, Pennsylvania, watching it. It was a really odd odd way to spend the night, but yeah, it was entertaining. It was something to watch, I guess. The lighter roast, the lighter the roast of coffee, the more caffeine it has. Really? What's the point of even drinking dark roast then? I really do not like darker drinks, especially if it has less caffeine. Ugh. Like Guinness, darker beers, even dark pops. I don't really care much for Coke. Ugh. It has more caffeine in a light roast coffee. I'm never drinking dark coffee again. The whole point of coffee. So you're telling me it tastes bad and it'll put you to sleep? Or it'll not do as good of a job keeping you awake? Gross. Number 17. A speck of dust is halfway in size between a subatomic particle and the Earth. Okay. Number 18. The timeline of Earth. Oh, this is getting wordy here. Okay, 18. If the timeline of Earth was compressed into 1 year, humans wouldn't show up until December 31st at 11:58 p.m. Okay. I don't really have anything to say about those. They're just kind of there. I don't have an opinion. Like, oh, that's not true. We would have come back around December 31st at 11:57. You're not counting the Mongoloids, and I don't even know what a Mongoloid is. Okay, number 19. Probably has nothing to do with anything I'm saying. Number 19. If you were able to dig a hole to the center of the Earth and drop something down it, it would take 42 minutes for the object to get there. Okay. I've actually always had the thought, and this is even dumber. This is twice as dumb as what they just said. But if you could bore a hole all the way through Earth and you drop an object down it, would it make it out the other side? Like, would there be enough force to shoot it out the other side, or would it just keep going back and forth until it finally settled in the center? And that's one of those things that someone could try to prove, but you can't actually, because we'll never know. And we'll leave it at that. Number 20. We went to the moon before we thought to put wheels on suitcases. Okay. I don't have any wheelie suit. Actually, yes, I do. You know why we did that? That's because people, before we went to the moon, they didn't have so much crap that they would take with them on trips. Also, they just pile up their station wagon rather than running through an airport and getting all pissy with other people. Times were simpler back then. Simpler. Yeah, they had station wagons. They just had a giant suitcase with wheels. Number 21. A human could swim through the arteries of a blue whale. Gross! That's disgusting. What were we talking? Are we talking like the actor that played Mini-Me? And he could do a doggy paddle? Or are we saying Yao Ming could do a full-on breaststroke? See, okay, this has actually been a pretty good list, thank God, because the first 10 minutes sucked. But they don't give enough information. They don't say, like, Shaq doing a breaststroke, you know? They don't say anything like that. Jonah and the whale survived through God and stayed in shape by swimming laps. Number 22. If you could fold a piece of paper in half 42 times, the combined thickness would reach the moon. Shut up. Shut up. That is ridiculous. I'm not... No, it would not. That's like 230... It's over 200,000 miles. I gotta think of that Jason Mraz song. 93 million miles from the sun. We come a long way to share this 240,000 miles from the moon. Yeah, that's not gonna reach 240,000 miles. I hate stuff like that. Don't prove it. Okay, number 23. On both Saturn and Jupiter, it rains diamonds. How? I'm trying to think. Let's see. Saturn, to me, Saturn could almost make sense because it has those rings, and my guess would be. I hope no scientists listen to this. That one almost makes sense. Jupiter, really not at all, because I thought Jupiter was a gaseous planet. Could you imagine if it rained diamonds here on Earth? Of course, then the diamond wouldn't be worth anything. But the first time it did, we'd all be running outside and dying like a bunch of maniacs. It'd be awesome. See, that'd be a good way to cut down the population. And then all people smart enough to stay inside could just run out and pull them out of the ground. Then they'd be rich. I think the only thing that would suck is like if you left your car out. If that wasn't in the garage. Because like hail damage, I can only imagine diamond damage. Unless the diamonds fell with such force that the next day you just have a diamond-encrusted 98 Ford Expedition. I'm an idiot. Instead of bedazzling jeans, you could just throw your jeans out before the next diamond storm. And walk around like a disco ball. Okay, number 24. Saudi Arabia imports camels from Australia. I guess I didn't know that. I'm just trying to turn my head from the mic, but since it's attached to my head, it didn't do anything. I guess I didn't know that Australia had camels. Australia tends to have everything. Except for guns. Which I find odd, honestly. In a place where, a country, a country where you have the most terrifying animals on the planet, you're not going to let your civilians have guns. Which there's probably some people out there saying, oh, if you ran into an alligator, you wouldn't have time to pull the thing out and shoot it. Okay, well, let's see you jump in a pit of alligators without a gun. You'll be begging for one. Even if you're going to die either way, I bet you'd rather have one than not. That's the one thing I will discuss that's even a little bit controversial. Okay, number 25. You can line up all 8 planets in our solar system directly next to each other, and it would fit in the space between Earth and the moon. Shut up. You just told me that you could fold a piece of paper that would reach the moon, but all of the planets can't? Have you ever driven across country? Just wait for it. Have you ever driven across country and it takes forever? You're just driving along and you don't even go like 1% of the distance between Earth and the moon, and you're telling me that a piece of paper folded up can do that? But every planet, you know how big a planet is? I hate this. Number 26, right? Yeah, 25, you can line up all. Okay, number 26. The youngest known mother was 5 years old. Don't tell me that. Disgusting. Okay, number 27. The Earth is smoother than a billiard ball if both were of the same size. You sure? 30 things you didn't know were actually true. And it just lagged out and I gotta find my spot again. Okay, saying that the Earth, if it is the same size as a billiard ball, would be smoother. How do you get smoother than a billiards ball? Unless you're like in a terrible dive bar and the cue ball has been used to knock out some teeth. Number 28. Nintendo was founded in 1889. What the hell were they doing? 1889. I'm trying to think of time period, what was even going on. So what, like 50 years after the light bulb, roughly, I think. Like, hey, good work, Edison, but now we can all see how much our nightlife sucks. We need Mario in here. 1889. When was the Nintendo invented? Like the NES. What were they doing? Just smoking pot and thinking about it? I don't know. I'm not well enough informed to do this kind of stuff. And I'm going over time, so And this is actually the one, like, a thing that actually was something I could commentate on. But like I said, maybe I'll clip it. And I'm probably being way too loud, I'm sorry. Every once in a while I just catch a glimpse of my phone and it's just got like a huge spike on how loud I'm being. Don't remember what I was talking about. Number 29. If you take all the molecules in a teaspoon of water and line them up end to end in a single file line, they would stretch 30 billion miles. This is worse than the paper. That is... So a piece of paper as big as all the planets next to each other, and then a teaspoon of water is an inconceivable amount of space. That makes me so mad because they can't prove that. I don't know, maybe I'm just a dope. Maybe all of you believe this, but I do not. That's stupid. Number 30. In Australia, there was a war called the Emu War. The emus won. The emus won. Okay, like I said, they have every animal down there. You know why they won? Because he didn't have any guns. They all just think they can push you around. Bunch of Australians are wrestling crocodiles, but they can't handle emus. We're all over here fighting ISIS and the rest of the world is worried about North Korea. Australia's trying to figure out how they could box with some emus. Oh, God. That is hilarious. That is great. Okay, well, thank God for this one article that actually made things interesting. I'm at 37 minutes. I might cut stuff. I gotta listen back through this. What the... I thought I knew how to run this app. I've used it a lot. Let's just go back to the regular. Pausing it for a second here. Okay, since I have you all here, I'm gonna try to just find one more. Not as long as that last one, but we'll see if I can find one more entertaining thing here. So far, it's just pictures. Important things from history everyone pictures incorrectly. I don't want to have to try to describe that. 10 of the best one-night games. What the hell is it? Everything's just loading. Oh, that was video games telling me I beat something in a night. I'm not 14. Of course, I did like the video game thing, so I guess it's on me. 30 myths we still believe. Okay, this could be interesting. And it's taken forever to load, so I'm going to pause it. Okay, so I lost it. Now I'm at car parts and it won't let me swipe left. It's just to the right. Do-it-yourself apple cinnamon frozen waffles. No, thank you. Cleavage done right. Okay, I mean, interesting, but not anything I can talk about. These 20 thoughts are so deep your brain will drown. That's quite the claim. Let's see if you can even load your stupid thing here. Your brain will drown. Okay, I actually just had to restart my iPad. But luckily I was able to hold on to these 20 thoughts are so deep, your brain will drown. And we'll see if it's any good. If it's not, I'll just give up. Call it a day. Go at this. Maybe chop out half of it. We'll see. Maybe I'm too lazy. Maybe I'll just... Yeah, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. So maybe I'll just leave it. Number 1. I bet attractive people think the world is a lot more polite than it really is. Fair enough. Number 2. USB sounds like a backup in case the USA fails. I like that. Number 3. Mars is populated entirely by robots. We don't know that yet, do we? We think that. Have you never seen, was it Mars Attacks? The Land Rover is just about to go, or not Mars Attacks. My Favorite Martian. There was some movie where the Land Rover. What just happened? Anyway, the rover on Mars, the Mars rover, is that what it's called? Anyway, it was just about to go over this hill, and then they're like, let's wrap it up, let's disconnect it, and then it turns around, and then the camera pans over the hill, and there's like a huge alien civilization there. They almost had it. Now I just lost the... Gonna pause it again. Okay, number 4. Art is how we decorate space. Music is how we decorate time. Aww. Number 5. I wonder what my dog named me. Yeah, these are quick. I like this. Okay. Number 6. I didn't exist in your world until you started reading this sentence of mine. I don't know what that means. Number 7. If Obama was presented... No, if Obama was the president... Oh, my goodness. If Obama was the president of Kenya, he would be their first white president. Ha ha ha. Number 8. If Drake and Taylor Swift went out, we'd hear both sides of the breakup. That's very true. Well, maybe you would. I'd only hear Taylor's version. Drake annoys me. A lot of people do. I annoy me. And it's frozen again. Okay, number 9. What if the lottery is an institution to catch time travelers? I see what you did there. So what, you're saying that nobody ever has won it? Like, just out of luck? I know the odds are astronomical, but not one person, every single one is a time traveler? Oh, you know what? I bet I know why this is freaking out. It's because there's so many ads on this page. Number 10. Thanks to the world, indescribable. These words are small, and I'm an idiot, so I keep reading things wrong, and they keep jumping around. Thanks to the word, indescribable, there's nothing that can't be described. Fair enough. Number 11. It keeps freezing and freaking out, and it's making me freak out. Okay, I need to go through this quick, otherwise it's going to freeze again. I have to keep seeing the stupid pictures of Brad and Angelina. Okay, number 11. If the toys in Toy Story died, the kids would keep playing with them like normal, but the other toys would be playing with their dead friend. That's fantastic. Okay. I think it's going to freeze again. Come on. I don't want to comment on anything. Just let me scroll, man. Just let me scroll. Just one more scroll. Number 12. If we had no eyes, then we would be unaware of the existence of color. What if we are missing an entire aspect of everything simply because we do not have the organ to detect it? Electromagnetic waves. Boom. There's lots of wavelengths that our eyes can't detect that I bet are beautiful. Number 13. We will never hear about the truly perfect crime. There you go. I'm trying to think of that, though. Because, like, we hear about people getting away with stuff. We just don't hear all the details. So I guess that's her point. Okay. Let me scroll. Number 14. Life on Earth is the cosmic equivalent of what happens when you don't store things in a cool, dry place. Don't understand it. Gonna keep going. If it lets me. La la la. Come on. If anybody would like to donate a brand new iPad, it just completely closed out. See, I would try recording on my iPad and then reading this off of my phone, except I think I'd be worried if I tried that, what am I even trying to say here? If I tried that, it would probably end up closing out of the podcast, and I would have wasted 45 minutes of just my time instead of everybody else's. Okay, let's see if it'll load that up one more time. Okay, it's still here. I'm just at the top of the list. I get to see Brad and Angelina's stupid faces again. And now it's scrolling through stuff. Technology is so awesome when it works, but like I would say it doesn't work as often as it does work. You know what I mean? Okay, number 15. If you lie on the ground on your back, it's like the world is your backpack and you're carrying it through space. That was a stoner. Number 16. It's hard to win an argument with a smart person, but it's damn near impossible to win an argument with a stupid person. I'd agree with that. Because I win arguments all the time. See what I did there? Number 17. It is crazy how saying sentences backwards creates backwards sentences saying how crazy it is. Number 18. At a 27.44 mile per hour... No, I don't want to save that image. At a 27.44 mile per hour top speed, it is illegal for Usain Bolt to run in a school zone. That's hilarious. Number 19, in paintball, you should be allowed to use a paintbrush as a knife. I used to think that as a kid. I did used to think that, but at the same time, who's ballsy enough to get that close? Other than Scatavila's dad. Okay, I used to play paintball with him, and it's terrifying because even if you would hit him, like we'd say 2 hits and you're out, we would just be pelting him and he'd just keep walking towards you like the Terminator. One of the scariest times in my childhood. He wasn't even mad at me. Okay. I was at like 19 and it closed out and I gotta scroll all the way to the bottom past Brad and Angelina. Okay, number 20. Imagine being completely naked in a room full of people who speak a different language and everyone wants to touch you. This is the life of a dog. Oh, no. That's so true, though. Okay, that was the first attempt at Stumbled Upon Tuesday. We have stumbled upon Tuesday. It worked okay. There was a lot of dead air, I think, though. But I'm learning this, and I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for me. And this is... They keep getting longer. This is about 50 minutes. So yeah, I'll probably cut the beginning when I'm just trying to find stuff. I don't know, maybe I should save articles, but it's hard to know what articles are good unless I read it. And if I've already read it, what's the point? I don't know, I gotta do some thinking about it. But that is the podcast for Tuesday, August 29th, 2017. Thanks for listening. I'm learning as I go, but like I said, I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for me. And I will see you next time. And you get to listen to me breathe for a few more seconds while I figure out how to turn this off. Okay.